Hey ho, math fans, we have ourselves some absolute value equations to solve today. In our first example, how we begin is by splitting it up. Now, what's one thing, we are not going to mess with what's in the middle. That stays the same. 2x minus 4, 2x minus 4, 2x minus 4. The only kind of little new thing here, the 8 gets put here, but the opposite gets put over here, negative 8. Now, what's the first thing we need to get rid of? Yeah, that's right. The number being added or subtracted with our variable term. In this case, negative 4. And we want to turn it into a big 0. How do we do that? Negative 4 and what makes 0? That's right, positive 4. So now that's going to, you put those two together, they turn into 0, and that mess disappears. Kind of nice. Clean it up, and our equations are looking a lot better. Now what do we need to do? That's right, get rid of that 2. How? Oh yeah, division. Division will do it. Dividing by what? How much? Yep, because 2 over 2, they cancel each other out, don't they? That's how that works. And then there's our final answer. Cool beans. On to the next. First thing we do, split it up. What don't we change? That's right, the stuff in the middle stays the same. Check it out. But remember, negative 5 here, positive 5 there, good to go. What's the first thing we got to do? That's right, that number, positive 7, we're going to turn it into a 0. How do we do that? Yep, yep, and so that's going to disappear. Cleaning things up, looking good. Now what? Yeah, I don't want that. I gotta get rid of that negative 4. That's right, we're going to divide. Oh, remember, negative numbers need to be divided by negative numbers or it doesn't work. Clean it up, and we are done. Looking good. Oh, what's this? We have an answer that is not a whole number. Now, when that does happen, you're going to need to answer as decimals now. Yeah, 1/2, a fraction 1/2 is equal to 0.5, but with this whole online experience, when we're entering answers into apps, it's a lot easier just to answer as a decimal. Fractions can get kind of weird, so every time you have again that you have an answer that is not a whole number, answer as a decimal. Okay, yeah, we got to split them up. Yep, look at that, kept that stuff the same. Good. Negative here, positive there. Good. First step, there we go. Turn that number into a 0. How? Yep. And clean it up. Cool. Things are looking good. Yeah, that's the next thing that's got to go. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Yep. And there we go. Now, one thing I want to point out here, when I punched negative 11/3 into my calculator, it went on and on. Negative 3.6666666. That's what it does. Now, we don't want you having to put answers that big in when you're working online like this. So whenever there's an answer, that a decimal that goes on and on, round it to the nearest hundredth. All right, try this one on your own. How'd you do? Did your work look something like this? I hope it did. If you didn't come up with -1 and +5, look back on your work and see where you did things maybe a little bit differently. Here's another one. Give this one a shot. How'd it go? What'd you get? Hopefully something that looks like this. All right. Now, once again, here we got you punch -47 over 7 into your calculator, you get kind of a mess. Clean it up by rounding it to the nearest hundredth. Awesome. Now in these next examples, 4 examples, you're just going to do the work and answer them on your own. Ooh, don't be scared. Yeah, we didn't have an example like this, but you remember back doing two-step equations in the beginning of the school year. So when we get to the point where we used to divide, we're going to multiply instead. Not a big deal. Well, if you have any questions, you can either email your regular math teacher or you can email me at the address listed below. You folks have a great evening. Bye now.